One of my favorite days of the week has arrived. It's a Wednesday, and we call it Woman Crush Wednesday here on East Coast Radio on the Ofori Show. And what we do is we profile incredible women in different industries, trailblazing. Okay, today we're burning rubber babes. Born and raised in Durban, Jasmeena Shiba started her career in London, where she worked as an IT analyst for over a decade, before returning home to join her family's iconic business, Royal Tyres. She made history as the company's first female director in its 86-year legacy. That's right. Now, Jasmeena is passionate about empowering women, creating inclusive workplaces, and even hosting tire-changing workshops to help us girls figure it out. So when we're stuck on the road, we're not looking for a guy with big, strong arms to help us switch the tire. She wants us to do it all by ourselves. She's a mom of 3, a wife, an incredible woman. Jasmeena, welcome.
Good morning, Carol. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's been a long time coming. Like, we've been trying to do this for a minute, and now here you are. I'm so excited to have you here. Your story of taking over this really a legacy business that's been in Durban, been in South Africa for so many years, and you following a journey into IT and then deciding to come home and take on the reins. I have to find out, how did it all come about? Firstly, IT, London, then come home. How did it all come about?
So when I was 23, I decided I wanted something different. I wanted to experience life in another hemisphere. So I decided to move to London, where I worked. I met my husband there. I had 2 kids there at that time. And life was pretty good. Okay. I enjoyed the experience. It was fantastic. I had a call from my dad, serious call that says, and he said, would you consider moving back? And that kind of was the inception of us returning home. And I didn't know at that time what it would bring, what it would encompass. I made the decision. Well, my husband and I made the decision, and we moved with it.
Yeah.
And thankfully, it was the best decision.
Wow. And you moved with it. And I mean, making a big decision like that, you say you met your husband there, you had 2 kids there, you had built a life there. And then you get this call. And I think some people sit in a position right now where there's a life-changing decision that needs to be made, and you just don't know whether it's the right one to make or not. How did you know that this was the right decision? Was there something that ticked that said this is the right decision, or what was it?
You never truly know at that point whether it's the right decision. I think when you're making decisions, you just got to be decisive. And, I was coming home. I was coming to my family. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
So I took comfort in that.
Yeah.
Although we did build a life there in the UK. We were very settled. But, you've got to make these changes in life. You can't be stuck.
You can't be stuck. Now, here you are all these years later, back in South Africa at the helm of Royal Tyres. What was that transition like for you, being the first woman in this business that's been going for over 80 years? And now you're the first woman coming into this position. I see Tyres as a very men space. And here you come in your heels and you're a girl and you're the top boss. What was that transition like for you?
The transition was quite easy, but the challenges that came with it was you had to manage it.
Yeah. And what were those challenges, just for interest?
Getting to learn the industry, coming back from an IT background, working for corporates, it's very different. The culture is very different. South African work life is very different.
Yeah.
So the mindset has to change to adapt to that.
Right.
I was very fortunate that my dad is still around. So he mentored me a lot. That made a massive difference. I have my 2 younger brothers that's also in the business, which, it really makes the journey that much easier. You've got on your executive team people you trust, you feel protected, you feel supported. So that transition, although difficult internally, in my workspace, I was well supported.
Right. And that's the important thing, is the well-supported element of it. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, you do Woman Crush Wednesday. But one thing that I always pick up throughout this is that a lot of women that are on these, in high places, top jobs, etc., are supported by males that have seen the potential in these women that have taken the helm.
Absolutely. You know, again, I'm going to refer back to our leadership team, our executive team. I mean, they are just so fantastic, dynamic team, robust team. We have the most, hours and hours of discussions, of arguing and going back and forth. But, at the end of the day, we know what we're working for. We know what we're working towards. Right. That alignment is so crucial.
I love that you use the word alignment, because whenever I go and do my tires, align them, please. Alignment works. You were saying alignment is so important. Yes.
It is. So you got to really know your team, who you're working with. And, it's an unsaid thing, like, I got you. Don't stress, I got you. There's projects where you take a lead on, and there's projects where you step back, I've got you. That's an important sort of culture to create, to cultivate in your team.
Look, I love that. And I mean, at home, you're a mum, you're a wife, and you still have to run businesses and all of that. Your husband seems to be very supportive. He's actually in the building right next to you here. What's it like having a supportive husband who's clearly not intimidated by your growth, by your platform? I mean, I always say to Ofori, thank you for letting me be me. What's it like having a supportive husband who's just there to see you shine, no matter how big or how gigantic or how rich or however you get?
It's fantastic. I would not be able to sit here today and do what I do without having my husband's support, my extended family, my mom, my sister, my my aunt, my brothers, my in-laws as well. Yeah. Family is really everything. Support system is everything to me, to allow me to do what I do, and I would like to thank my family for giving me this opportunity as well, and for allowing me and understanding the support that I need. And one call away, I just have to call my sister. I need this done. Just having that, I can't make it. Can you just help me out here? Can you do the school shopping for me?
I love that. That is so beautiful. I think we negate the importance of family, especially when you're taking on big roles as a mom, as a wife, as a career woman. There's a lot. And if you have a supportive, loving family that kind of is always thinking ahead for you.
Absolutely. My mom's always thinking ahead. She's always saying, she's always giving me a heads up. This is happening. This is happening. If you can't make it, tell me now. So I can fill in. My sister does the same thing as well. I'll fill in. Just tell me what you can and what you can't do.
That's stunning. We're going to get into Royal Tyres. You guys offer a very nice service for ladies to learn how to change tires, which is very unique. I love that. And then find out more about the business. And of course, as usual on this platform, we love advice. You're doing it. You're fantastic. You're amazing. You're an inspiration. We'd love your words of inspiration for our listeners as well. We'll get to that. If you're just joining us, welcome. Jasmeena Shiba is with us from Royal Tyres. We're going to find out more about her next.
Carol Ofori, weekdays 9 a.m. till 12, East Coast Radio.
Proudly KZN Music on KZN's number one hit music station, that's East Coast Radio. Staying with the theme of KZN, we have a proudly KZN business that's been around since 1939. That's right. She is in the building, and we've been chatting off air about the business. Born and raised in Durban, Jasmeena Shiba started her career in London, as I mentioned earlier, where she worked as an IT analyst for over a decade. Then daddy called and said, hey, babes, come home. We need you here at home to come and run this family iconic business called Royal Tyres. 86 years of being in business, and she's at the helm as its CEO, I'm assuming, right? CEO, or how would you define the position?
My brother has been recently appointed CEO.
Yes.
Which was well deserved.
Right.
So my role is to support that.
Yes.
My other brother is also in head of operations as well. So we all have our individual roles.
Love that.
And it kind of fits together like a puzzle.
I love this puzzle. Now let's talk about your greats. Is it great-grandfather or your grandfather?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. 1939, he started the business.
Yes.
with a vision of this being something that he'd leave as a legacy. And so he has, 86 years later. How did it start? You were telling me a story of how your granddad started.
So he started a little shop in town. I don't know if you know the Victoria Street area, Short Street area, and he rented a place out, and he was retreading 2 tires a day.
Wow.
And those in that time, it was very challenging.
Right.
There was a lot of things you could do and you couldn't do.
Yeah, of course. And it was obviously apartheid time. So also as a person of color, he couldn't do much.
You couldn't do much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, fast forward a little bit, they managed to have their own premises. They built this fantastic tire shop. And unfortunately, it was taken away by Group Areas Act.
Oh, no.
So, you know, the course of events is mind-blowing. And if you fast forward to today and where we are and how we've progressed from generation to generation and how we've rolled with the punches and how resilient we've been is really astounding.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about that, you know, that element could have happened. To be taken away because of, like I mentioned, was apartheid time. So
yes,
people of color, you succeeding is it's not looking good for them. So to hear that this business has, you know, withstood that,
it's just made us stronger.
Made you stronger.
It's just made us stronger. Honestly, it has.
Talking about stronger, you're expanding into Cape Town.
Yes,
you've got 4 now, 2 in Durban, 3 in Durban, Phoenix, and then of course Alberton in Johannesburg.
Correct.
And now Cape Town's loading.
Fantastic. We're so excited about it. We can't wait to go national.
Yes.
And to service our customers and take it that much further for them. So we, you know, it's almost open. We're almost there.
Yeah.
But there will be a big announcement when it is officially opened.
I love that. And your mission for inclusion is amazing. You offer a service that I haven't seen at any other tire business, which is come in, ladies, we'll teach you how to change a tire.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. How does it work?
It's such a fun thing to do, and it's a skill for life.
Yeah, of course.
It's a skill for life. We always get female customers that are very unsure, don't know what to ask when they come in. But our staff is fantastic. You know, if you've been to our Umgeni Road branch, I mean, everybody knows them. You look at the Google reviews, it's just been great. They are just awesome. They will make you feel comfortable. They will explain to you what needs to be done. They'll even get technical with you if you need that kind of technicality info.
Right.
But, you know, you as a female customer, you know, you can relax.
You can relax. I love that. So I can just pop in anytime and be like, hi guys, please teach me how to change a tire.
Absolutely.
And how long does it take? Like, is it like a long
It depends
process?
on you.
How fast or how slow are you? I love that. Now, always at this time, I ask my guests to leave us with words of encouragement. But before we get to that, I know you're expanding and you're looking for a bigger space here. 40,000 acres, you said.
Well, 40,000 square meters.
There we go. See, I don't even know the sizes.
That's still big, Carol.
Yes.
That's still big.
Okay, got you. You want to expand here in Durban?
Yes, we want to open up. We want to move premises, so we need bigger premises for our warehouse. We do import and export, and we are global actually as well. So we do service some global customers.
Right.
So we do need a bigger warehouse to store all these tires.
I love that. And lastly, your words of advice. You are literally doing the most from a career perspective. You got beautiful kids. I saw them at the KZN Top Business. They were there with you. Hubby's here supporting you. You're wearing all these hats, and a lot of ladies listening are wearing so many hats, but you're doing it. What's your advice to keep going?
Don't be the storm, be the eye.
Oh, okay. Unpack that.
You know, when you are sitting in rooms and you're in situations where everything is just out of control, and you have to be that calm, you have to be decisive to make those decisions that you know it's the right decision. And if it isn't the right decision, just be decisive that you will make it right.
I love that. Don't be the storm, be the eye.
Yes.
And the eye is always the calm spot. It's about finding that eye.
Yes.
It's about finding that eye.
It's a lot of introspection. Find that within, and you lead from there.
I love that. You lead from there. Oh my goodness, Jasmeena, it's been amazing chatting. RoyalTyres.co.za is where you can find the website. Everything you need to know is on there, including the branches, contact numbers, and so on. Thank you so much for just being you. You know, I always say you live your life and we watch you, we see you, and you don't realize how many lives you impact just by living your own life. It's insane. So thank you for that. Yes, royaltyres.co.za. That is Jasmeena Shiba from Royal Tyres. And as you heard, girls, you get a free demonstration of how to change a tire. So that next time you're stuck, you know what to do. But some of us, we use it as a reason to call the ex. Hi, I know we're not talking, but like, I'm broken down.
We can be your ex, Carol.
There we go.
We can be your ex.
Jasmeena Shiba, thank you again.
Thank
Carol
you.
Ofori, East Coast Radio.